Hey guys, we're gonna show you how to tie a little clip here. So this is what I call a soft clip. Basically, it has like your loop that you'd normally have for your rope halter, and that's where your rope would go. That's how if this is the rope halter, this is how I tie mine in. I use a double sheep end. You can use a single if you want to. I just like the double a little bit better. Gives me a little bit more security, and it's a little easier to get off after they've pulled on it a little bit. So that's what I do. Now, this piece right here, actually, what it does is it puts a clip that you can take off. So this allows you to just take that loop off of that knot, and it allows you a way to take this piece off and on of your halter quickly. And so maybe you want it on the end of your rope because you like using rope reins on the end of your bit. Maybe it's used on the end of your lead rope for your halter. There's lots of different places you can use it. So I sell these. I have a company that makes them for me, and I think they're like $10 a piece, something like that. And so anyway, they're pretty nice. And if you want some, I'll leave a link below where you can pick some up. But yeah, that's what they are. Now this one, this is called a fitador knot right here, and the fitador knot in this piece keeps this loop where it's supposed to be. You don't want this thing getting rotated around so that loop is up at the top where you're connecting it. You don't want to connect up there where it's getting pulled on and either your bit or your halter is rubbing on it, because it can pop it off that loop. So if you have it right there, it's going to stay connected a little bit easier, and there's no danger of it coming off. So that's what that fitador knot does, is it keeps this loop and this loop in the right perspective, or the right distance proportionately to each one. So we're going to make this. We're going to show you how to make one today for yourself. So this is a piece of cord here. I believe it's almost 1/4 inch in diameter, and this one is a piece of 1/4 inch cord, and it's 4 foot long. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to divide it in half like that, and then I'm going to make a little mark right here on the end, right there, and that way I know where my middle is, because I want that to be where my loop is. So I'm going to start tying some knots in there, and this is called a blood knot, or some people call it a lover's knot. Basically it's an overhand knot, just like that. Then this next piece is going to come in here just like that. Okay, so there's the loop. There's an overhand knot. You're going to bring this piece back in. It's going to go around that knot right there, back up through here, and then through here like that. Okay, so there's one overhand knot, and there's the other overhand knot, and they are kind of wrapped around each other. That's why they call it the blood knot or the lover's knot. So what you want to do is make sure that mark there is right in the middle, and then you're going to start closing these up, kind of work them down a little bit until you get it so that it's just big enough for that knot to fit through there, because we're going to put another one on the other end. So this is what I do. I just kind of get them pretty snug. I get them kind of where it's probably a little bit too small, but you can kind of pull on. You can put your finger in there and pull down on it, and it'll make it a little bit bigger. That looks like it's getting pretty close to the right size. Okay, so now we're going to go to the other end. We're going to make that same knot on this side. Okay, so we're going to make a little knot like that. This one's going to come around here like this. Like that. Okay, now when you do that, just going to get it to kind of, you want both those cords kind of even, because that way it'll be a little less likely to pull unevenly on that rope. Good. Okay, so there you have it. You've got your knot and your loop, and these knots are the same, and they make a pretty nice stopper knot. So what you want to do is be able to stick this through here like that. Just fits over there good. And when you pull on it, it's not going to come off. There. So now what you want to do is, and one of the things I like about this, like I didn't put the fitador knot in the middle. All right, so the fitador knot, if you were going to put a fitador knot in there, or if you were going to make it like this, you'd want to have the fitador knot so that it was right here, so that this loop was there, and this is where you would tie your, whatever you were going to tie, your lead rope or whatever. Because you don't want it to be like this, where your lead rope's getting tied like here, and that's where where whatever's pulling on it's going to come tight, and that's going to cause it to kind of want to flip off there. So like I say, that's why that fitador knot is there, to keep it even so that you can tie your lead rope in this side, and then that's where you're going to attach your bit or your halter or whatever. The reason I like to have it like this, I use a lot of these, is because you can use it for a bucket hanger. So you can hang your buckets over a piece of pipe or something, or if you want to use just whatever you want to use. And like they come in really handy. So anyway, just something you can do yourself. You can make up a few of these. Makes a good little winter project. Kind of helps you understand a few more about knots, and like I say, it's something you can use on the end of your rein. If you like using rope reins, stick it on the end, and then hook it to your bit, put it on your lead rope, and use it for a clip or something. So anyway, remember, we're all trying to be the person our horse deserves, and I hope this tip helps.